In Islam, actions are not merely measured by their outward appearance or result, they are deeply tied to the state of the heart and the intention behind them. This concept, known as Niyyah or intention, is one of the most profound teachings in Islam. Whether it is performing acts of worship or interacting with others, the intention behind the action defines its spiritual worth and its ultimate impact. A seemingly small deed done with pure intention can carry immense weight, while a grand act done for the wrong reasons may be devoid of any real value in the sight of God. In this essay, we will explore the significance of intentions in Islam, how they transform mundane activities into acts of worship, and why they are crucial in shaping our character and spirituality. We will dive into the teachings of the Quran and the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to uncover how intentions impact our lives and our relationship with God. By the end, we'll see how understanding and purifying our intentions can unlock the true power of our actions and bring us closer to inner peace and divine reward. The Hadith of intentions, a fundamental teaching. The significance of intentions in Islam is best encapsulated by one of the most famous sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which is often cited as the foundation of Islamic ethical and spiritual practice. Indeed, actions are judged by intentions, and every person will have only what they intended. So whoever emigrated for worldly reasons or to marry a woman, his emigration is for what he emigrated for. But whoever emigrated for the sake of Allah and His Messenger, then his emigration is for Allah and His Messenger. This hadith, recorded in the collections of both Bukhari and Muslim, forms the bedrock of Islamic thought regarding the inner dimension of worship and daily activities. It highlights the importance of purifying one's motives and ensuring that our deeds, whether great or small, are done for the sake of God. At first glance, the hadith seems simple, but it carries immense depth when we reflect on it. It teaches us that the value of any action is not found solely in its outward appearance, but in the intention that drives it. This applies to all acts in life, from prayers and fasting to working, studying, or even smiling at someone. If the intention is pure and aligned with seeking God's pleasure, then every act becomes an opportunity to grow spiritually and earn divine reward, transforming the mundane into worship. One of the most remarkable teachings in Islam is that intention can elevate even the most ordinary tasks into acts of worship. This is the beauty of Niyyah. It provides every Muslim with the ability to live a life of constant devotion, even when engaging in what seems like routine, daily activities. For example, consider eating or sleeping two necessary, everyday actions. If a Muslim begins their meal with the intention of gaining strength to worship God, that simple act of eating transforms into a spiritual one. Likewise, if someone goes to bed with the intention of resting in order to rise for Fajr prayer or to be productive in service to their family or community, their sleep itself is considered an act of worship. Islam teaches us that life is not divided into religious and secular segments. Instead, by refining and purifying our intentions, everything we do can be an act of devotion to God. As the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once said, "There is nothing wrong with wealth for one who is pious, but health for the pious is even better than wealth, and a good attitude is a blessing." Ibn Majah. This shows that it's not about what you have or what you do, but about how you approach it, whether through wealth, health, or relationships. What matters most is the purity of intention. The power of sincerity. Closely related to the concept of Niyyah is ikhlas, or sincerity. The Quran emphasizes the importance of performing all actions with sincerity for the sake of Allah alone. One's intention should not be to gain praise, status, or recognition from others, but solely to earn God's pleasure. The Quran states, "And they were not commanded except to worship Allah, being sincere to Him in religion, inclining to truth, and to establish prayer and to give zakah, and that is the correct religion." Quran 98:5. Ikhlas purifies the heart from seeking the approval of others, turning actions into purely selfless acts of devotion. In Islam, sincerity is the key to making our worship meaningful and accepted. The reward of a deed depends not on its size but on the genuine intention behind it. A small act done with sincerity can outweigh a major one done for the wrong reasons. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned against doing good deeds for show, or what is called Niyyah, showing off. In one hadith, he mentioned 3 types of people who will face the harshest consequences in the hereafter. Among them, a man who fought valiantly in battle, but did so to gain fame and recognition, not out of true sincerity. This stark warning shows how essential it is to purify one's intention in all matters. Intentions in acts of worship. Intentions are particularly significant in acts of worship like prayer, fasting, charity, and pilgrimage. Each of these acts requires a conscious declaration of intention for them to be valid. Before beginning a prayer, a Muslim must mentally intend that they are performing the prayer to seek closeness to God. This mental focus prevents worship from becoming a hollow ritual and infuses it with meaning and purpose. Similarly, during Ramadan, when Muslims fast, their fast is not just about abstaining from food and drink. The fast is for God alone, and the intention to fast for His sake transforms hunger and thirst into a profound spiritual experience. The same applies to giving charity, zakat and sadaqah, where the intention is to purify one's wealth and help others, solely for God's pleasure. Even the pilgrimage, Hajj, begins with the declaration of intention, and every act performed during this journey is done with the aim of fulfilling a religious obligation. Without the right intention, these acts of worship lose their spiritual essence. The role of intentions in personal development. On a personal level, intentions play a crucial role in shaping a believer's character. When a Muslim consciously aligns their intentions with the teachings of Islam, it naturally leads to personal growth. The process of continuously checking and refining one's intention cultivates self-awareness, humility, and moral integrity. By constantly asking, "Why am I doing this?" a believer becomes more mindful of their actions and less driven by selfish desires or external validation. This mindfulness encourages patience, empathy, and a sense of responsibility toward others. The ripple effect of such intentional living can lead to more fulfilling relationships, stronger communities, and a more just and compassionate society. Purifying our intentions, a lifelong journey. Purifying one's intentions is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong process. Humans are naturally subject to temptations like pride, greed, and the desire for recognition. But Islam encourages believers to constantly reflect on and renew their intentions, ensuring that they remain sincere and aligned with God's will. This self-reflection is a spiritual practice in itself, as it forces one to look inward, identify areas of weakness, and strive for improvement. It's not always easy. Intentions can become clouded by worldly distractions, but the effort to purify them is what makes the journey toward God so meaningful. The importance of intentions in Islam cannot be overstated. It is a concept that transforms every aspect of life, from acts of worship to everyday tasks, into opportunities for spiritual growth and connection with God. By focusing on the purity of our intentions, we unlock the true power of our actions, allowing even the simplest of deeds to carry immense spiritual value. In a world filled with distractions and competing motivations, The Islamic emphasis on Niyyah and Ikhlas serves as a powerful reminder that what truly matters is not what we do, but why we do it. Whether in worship, work, or relationships, a sincere intention for the sake of Allah turns every action into an act of devotion, bringing us closer to inner peace, personal fulfillment, and divine mercy. If you're enjoying our content and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support helps us grow and reach more people. Also, if you'd like to help us produce even more frequent and high-quality content, consider contributing to us on Patreon. Every little bit helps, and it means the world to us. So, share with your friends, and let's keep this journey going together. Thanks for all your support.